Hello and good morning, everybody. Let me check our audio levels. We'll probably have to check again once the direct starts, but... Okay, that sounds good so far. Hello and good morning. I hope you guys are ready to watch and react to the Nintendo Direct. This is a bit earlier than I would like to be up today, but hey, we're going to react to a Nintendo Direct, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Tanvir 764, welcome to the stream. So the Direct's going to start in 8 minutes, and we already have a little bit of an inkling of what to expect because the Switch 2 did get a few little leaks and announcements in the past couple days. I just saw earlier today. Apparently, there were release dates leaked either last night or this morning for the Switch 2 versions of Fallout 4 and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. So I imagine those are probably going to be in the Direct today. And yesterday, Blizzard announced that Overwatch 2 was going to get a Nintendo Switch 2 update when its next season launches this spring. So I imagine that's probably going to be at least mentioned as well. And you know, the Fallout 4 thing makes sense because today, the finale of the Fallout show Season 2 launched. I actually just finished watching that a little bit ago. Like 10-15 minutes ago, I finished up watching the finale, and it was pretty good. So we know that stuff's going to happen. We'll probably see a little bit of the Resident Evil Requiem gameplay footage that Capcom showed off earlier this week, showing the game running at 60 FPS. But you know, in 7 minutes, we're going to find out, and we're going to just enjoy and watch. Oh, sorry. Sorry. My bad. But yeah, we're just going to enjoy and watch this Nintendo Direct as it comes in. I'm still not feeling great. I still got a lot of cold chills and stuff from my from the fever that I'm trying to recover from. But I'm real excited. As long as this absurdly cozy music doesn't put everyone watching my stream and Nintendo stream to sleep. This is the kind of music you'd play at night when you're trying to put yourself to bed. Chad Middleton, welcome to the stream. Arkham Origins, that would be great. That is really the only Arkham game we don't have yet on Switch since we got the trilogy. Well, and Blackgate. We don't have Blackgate either. I don't think they're gonna bring back Blackgate for anything anytime soon. Not that it was a bad game, but I just don't think they're I think that they're probably done with Blackgate after, you know, it released on the handhelds the way that it did. I am really hoping that they will announce the rumored Switch 2 ports of, because we do have a pretty solid rumor that the entire Kingdom Hearts series is going to be released in one collection for Switch 2 sometime. And there are rumors about the Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remakes also coming to Switch 2 later this year. Chad Middleton says Armature got shut down. Oh, okay. I did not know that. I was not aware. 4 minutes to go. Tanvir says, give us Claire. Well, I don't think we're going to get Claire in Requiem. But, you know, if the rumored 2, 3, and 4 remakes are going to go through, unless you're talking about Claire Obscura. We'll have to see. Chad Middleton, it was recently with Arkham Shadow 2 VR. Okay. That's interesting. Kind of sucks for them, but you know. Hopefully they'll have a really good number of things. I bet they're going to announce some Switch 2 editions of stuff too. Because there have been some really weird Switch 2 upgrades. Because, you know, on Tuesday, I said that I was going to try to go back and review more Kemco RPGs and visual novels like I used to. And I noticed that the Switch 2 editions of some of these Kemco RPGs, they have mouse controls in them for some reason. And they function exactly like that, like you would think. Like you can move the cursor around and click on an area of the screen, and then the party will run to that area, and you can use it to navigate menus and stuff. It's very weird. Like, I don't hate it, but I'm thinking like I would never have thought to do something like this, because it doesn't have touchscreen support. Because that's what the touchscreen does in the mobile versions of those games. Very odd. I just tested it last night, and it was just very, very weird. Chad Middleton says, Todd Howard gave us Oblivion Remastered. Oh, that's right. They could announce that. They could announce Oblivion Remastered. Because I kind of like initially wanted to say, well, maybe they'll announce, you know, some Fallout remasters because the Fallout Season 2 finale just happened. But we've already got Fallout 4 on the way for Switch, too. But they could do an Oblivion remaster. That would be interesting. Because there are some games that, you know, that just don't work super well on the Steam Deck and everything that I would like to have properly optimized for Switch 2. Like Oblivion Remastered and Silent Hill 2 Remake. Because I kind of like... Silent Hill 2 Remake's kind of unfortunate because Unreal Engine 5 sort of holds it back as far as performance goes, because it still does not run well on PC. It's still really, really hard on hardware. I kind of wish that Silent Hill 2 Remake had been Unreal Engine 4. Tanvir says The Adventures of Elliot, or Metaphor, in Deltarune Chapter 5. Well, we'll see here in a minute, because we got less than a minute left. Oh, 16 seconds! Alright, I'm going to be watching the audio levels on the stream as soon as it starts to make sure that I don't get drowned out. Want to make sure it's going to be balanced. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go! Make sure, yep, I'm on HD. I saw some pixelization going on, so I just wanted to make sure I had good quality for you guys, or at least as much as YouTube will give me. All right, let's see what we got here.
Deep in space, a research station was suddenly struck by a cosmic storm. 15 years later, its survivors are living peacefully. But the
This
threat
looks
of
cool.
another cosmic storm is coming up fast. Maki,
very
Two young explorers
80s anime
must now brave
design.
galactic dangers and save all that's left of their home.
Is that
Teamwork
gameplay?
key
Oh,
in
that
this
looks
two-player
great.
co-op adventure.
Look at that art style. That looks awesome.
You'll need a few tools to survive.
I really like that.
The scrap hook grabs and moves platforms so you can carve a path forward. The liquid launcher blasts water to activate mechanisms and cool down scorching surfaces. And the beam cannon fires a stream of super hot
Okay.
heat to
This
destroy
looks really
obstacles,
cool.
open doors, and more. Use the tools together, and you might discover unexpected solutions to puzzles.
Chad Middleton, it takes two, but in
While
space.
exploring, you can encounter strange life forms, or opt for a detour and take a little travel break. With Game Share, two players can adventure together locally.
Okay, there's
or
Game
online
Share,
if
okay.
one person has the game. Can these two brave explorers save their home? Orbitals launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this summer.
Okay, so it's only on the Switch 2, but the Switch 1 can play it via Game
Hello,
Share.
everyone.
Okay, that's
Welcome
interesting.
To today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. In this presentation, we'll be focusing on games from our publishing and development partners coming to the Nintendo Switch.
Starting the
2
stream is stuck
and
at
Nintendo
360
Switch
for me?
What you just
That's
saw was
weird. Let me look at what I
launching
have for it.
exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. We hope you're looking forward to this intergalactic co-op puzzle adventure. Okay, let's take a look at some upcoming Nintendo Switch games.
Mine is also showing 360. It shouldn't be, though. All my settings are the same as they were before.
In the waters of Issei Bay, on an island where legends of mermaids have been passed down, a tale of mysteries and curses stirs. The latest Paranormacite mystery adventure is coming to Nintendo Switch system. The story follows Yuza Minakuchi, a boy who works as a pearl diver. One day,
Let me look at the
battling on
recording I
sea
did
floor,
earlier and see
he
what
encounters
resolution it
another
was.
version
Because I
of
did
himself.
do a recording test before we started
This
today.
phenomenon is just the beginning. Soon, other strange incidents begin to plague the island. A girl with no memories, strangers searching for treasure, and a housewife.
It must have to do with the fact that I'm
drowning.
displaying my
Speaking
laptop.
to those involved is a natural part of the investigation, but you'll also need to search deep within the waters of Issei Bay. As each of their motives intertwine, the story connects to the mermaid legend told centuries ago.
Nero says, "Is Game Share only between Switch 2 versus Switch 1?" No, it can be between Switch 2 and Switch 2 as well.
February 19th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. A new Captain Tsubasa game is kicking its way onto Nintendo Switch. Choose from a roster of over 110 characters representing 22 teams. Score with powerful shots from the original work, as well as newly added special moves that give passes, blocks, dribbles, and tackles a boost. Go on the offensive against elite competitors as you aim for victory. Gear up for sensational soccer action when Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters launches on the Nintendo Switch system this year. Next up are games heading to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also
Hold
be available
on.
Nintendo Switch. A death fight for survival begins.
All right, as soon as I tried to turn it into 1080p, the whole thing just messed up. So we're just gonna go back to whatever it's trying to do with the laptop.
Anne discovers an underground world deep below the metropolis. But she's not alone.
So we're just gonna deal with it being at 360p.
Populate the unknown expanse. If you're found by a Xeno, it's game over. fighting is not an option, so quick thinking and decision making are vital.
Okay,
to your
stealth game with a
survival.
bunch of dinosaurs. That's cool.
Analyze their patterns.
I'm going to assume that streaming my laptop like this is the reason that it's the resolution is the way that it
In
is.
each area to lure and ensnare any stalking Xeno. And by using game share, up to 4 players can share controls, including Anne's movement and camera adjustments. Whether local
But Nero might want to fix it after the direct ends. I'm assuming that it'll be fine once I swap my HDMI back to the Switch and Switch 2 when I record gameplay footage, because I haven't had a problem with any of that.
survive the subterranean.
I'm just going to assume that it has to do with my laptop being the
Tokyo
HDMI
Scramble,
source.
Launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2, February 11th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo.
Anyways, let's keep watching. Let's keep watching this. We haven't seen anything like super recognizable yet.
Awaken your Viking spirit. Battle, build, and conquer in this massive survival game. How you go about it is entirely up to you. You could start by gathering materials around the woods. Fashion a bow and arrows to hunt wildlife and prepare meals. With an axe, you can chop trees to build a house. Yikes, don't get hit by falling trees.
All right, so
Build pillars.
So
install
Viking
roofs, construct walls.
version of
Make the roof.
Minecraft slash Ark Survival Evolved.
Now you're safe, even from the cold. Wait, is this ventilated? Don't forget the chimney too. By upgrading your crafting stations, you can make items of higher quality.
Sardina says Valheim is great. Oh, that's good. I have
Set
not played it
sail on
before.
the high seas to reach new lands and create even more strongholds. Plus, up to 10 players online can explore this vast world together. Now, go forth and survive in Valheim, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
All right.
Find your way forward.
Up,
in
down,
these
left, right.
games. Return to the kingdom of Hallownest and fight back the infection in this upgraded modern classic.
Oh, Switch 2 edition of Hollow Knight. Okay, that's interesting. 'Cause I know people were going crazy when Silk Song came out.
Visuals and improved frame rates on Nintendo Switch 2. Equip charms to enhance your abilities and deal magic damage using upgradable spells.
Because I never really played Hollow Knight. I've seen videos and it looks really good. Just never played it myself.
World of insects and heroes when Hollow Knight, Nintendo Switch 2
Sardina says one of the few
launches
survival games where
on
eating and drinking is not forced.
today.
It just gives you time buffs. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've never really loved Hunger Gauges. Whenever a game has an ability to turn the Hunger Gauge off, I do.
eFootball, reborn from Pro Evolution Soccer, is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
That's why I was glad when Fallout 76 did its update years ago, where you no longer
Tournaments around the globe in
you were no longer severely crippled when you didn't eat or drink. And as soon as that happened, I never gathered food or water ever again.
tournament. Or play with friends locally or online to prove who's at the top of their game. Experience the excitement of soccer and aim to be the best in the world when
All right, this
eFootball
soccer
Kickoff
game looks pretty
launches on
good.
Nintendo Switch 2 this
Visually and
summer.
everything. Never really been a big fan of soccer, even though oddly
Travel through
it's the
4
one
ages
the one
in a
sport I
brand
actually did
new
play as a kid.
HD 2D action
All right, Adventures of
RPG.
Elliot. We're going to get a little bit more
Explore the age
footage of
safety
that.
being
That's
in
cool.
Hero Elliot's own time. The age of reconstruction, when humans nearly went extinct. The age of magic, a time when spells flourished. And the age of budding, the birth of human civilization. In each age, the scenery and citizens of Elliot's hometown will change. You can also obtain some weapons and magic unique to certain time
Let me look
periods.
at see what my
A story
No,
spanning
I'm getting
time
1080p
will
on here. I
soon
just wanted to
begin.
make sure there wasn't
The
something
Adventures
else
of
causing
Elliot,
problems
the
with the stream
Millennium
earlier.
Tales launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system June 18th.
Tanvir's excited for Adventures of Elliot. Bomberman.
Blast with Super Bomberman games from the
Oh,
Super
Super
NES
Bomberman
era.
Collection. Okay.
Play the first Super Bomberman through to the culmination of the series.
That's
Super
cool. Big
Bomberman
collection of Bomberman
5,
games.
including titles previously unreleased worldwide.
Okay, and three
Famicom
unreleased.
versions of Bomberman and Bomberman 2 are also included.
Oh, and the original Bomberman. That's
Brand
awesome.
new Boss Rush mode, as well as game share support.
And game share across 3 systems for this. Okay, that's interesting.
Super Bomberman Collection launches on Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch later today.
Oh, that's releasing today. That's cool.
The
Aha! Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Heck yeah.
The second entry in the Final Fantasy VII Remake series is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
He's alive.
In pursuit of his arch nemesis Sephiroth, Cloud Strike.
Yeah, I just finished Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate on Switch 2 yesterday, and the review's going to go up on Friday.
Across the vast world. Traverse the planet on chocobos, wheelies,
Heck yeah, dude. I loved Rebirth.
or other modes of transportation. Team up with allies in battles, blending action and strategy. If you'd like to focus on the story, there's also a boost function to make combat easier. You'll also find various activities scattered across the world, allowing you to take a break from the action.
You're mine.
And as you interact with your allies, their affinity toward you will grow and impact how the story unfolds. What fate awaits Cloud and his crew in their pursuit of Sephiroth? Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, sure, let's just show a couple, like, little tiny snippets of the end of the game, guys. June 3rd, alright. So we only have to wait 4 months for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Vitals stable. Awakening subject.
Oh, and Pragmata. Okay, that's cool.
Investigating the lunar research station, an injury befalls spacefarer Hugh Williams. With him is Diana, an android called a Pragmata.
There you are. All better.
Classified as unauthorized intruders, the two are targeted by the station AI, which sends enemy bots after them.
This game is apparently also going to be
Impenetrable armor.
upward of 60 FPS on the Switch too, like Resident Evil Requiem.
Skills. You can break down their defenses.
Initiating hack.
What the heck was that?
By
You know,
moving the cursor
Capcom
panels toward the
secretly
green
found the
door,
miracle
you can
drug
hack
to
the enemy bots.
throw into Switch 2 development.
Once their weak points are exposed, fire away.
I hacked it.
Depending on the nodes you pass through, you can modify the damage and effects of a hack. Each split-second decision can change the outcome.
This looks great, even for me, the stream is heavily pixelated. Even though I've got it at 1080p on my TV.
What truths will the two find in this AI-controlled lunar station?
So it's not one of your bot buddies?
Overdrive protocol. Initiate.
Tanvir, Capcom always delivers. Now they do.
This is how we say good job.
And what will Diana learn on this journey?
Tanvir, I just want Silent Hill. Yeah, I really want Silent Hill 2 remake on this thing. Or actually, heck, I would just take a Silent Hill 2 original.
Today on Nintendo eShop.
If they couldn't get the UE5 stuff to work on Switch 2.
We hope
Or at
you're
least
looking
well
forward
enough.
to fast-paced combat and exploration with a unique combination of hacking and shooting. Let's continue with more headlines. Journey to the Lost Lands. Become a legendary Turok warrior in this
Oh, Turok.
intergalactic action
Turok
shooter.
Origin. Saber Interactive. Okay, well, if Saber Interactive is handling it, then that's probably going to be pretty good.
Life, you'll journey solo or with a team of warriors online and battle all sorts of primal creatures in ferocious combat. Swap between first-person and third-person perspectives as you unleash weapons, melee attacks, and special abilities to devastate foes. Extract DNA from fallen enemies and the environment to upgrade your arsenal, evolve your mantle, and unlock even more abilities called Echo Sinks to gain a greater edge in combat.
I mean, the
As you
it looks
venture
pretty good.
across breathtaking worlds, you'll unravel the mysteries that ultimately hold the key to saving humanity. Turok
And
Origins
it's
launches
9:16,
on
so we're about
Nintendo Switch
halfway
2
through the
this
Direct.
fall.
Let's see what else we got.
Uncover the truth of Xanadu.
Is this
In a Japan where
Tokyo's?
Kyoto
Oh,
is
Kyoto
another
Xanadu.
world
Okay.
exists that's encroaching on our own.
I was gonna say, as soon as I saw the artwork,
Monsters
it looked like
roam free.
Tokyo Xanadu, but the characters didn't.
A boy named Ray must use his newly awakened powers against the threat as he joins Hirosaka Academy, a school for gifted
That's
students.
cool.
The
Wonder if
Academy's
I
goal?
wonder if they're also gonna show footage of
The Great
East
Labyrinth,
10
rumored
Nordics.
to be the origin of this other world.
because
While
that
traversing the labyrinth,
Switch 2 edition is
hone
gonna
your
launch
abilities
later
to
on this
reshape
month, and
the
it's
terrain to expand
allegedly
the range of your
120
exploration.
FPS.
Then, take on dangerous enemies in 3D action RPG combat. Use your powers to overcome foes.
Nero says a new Xanadu game. Surf Demon says that looked like the
Outside
non-Warhammer version of Space Marine 2, also by Saber.
and spend time with your friends as you prepare
That's probably
to conquer Xanadu. The battle between
not far
man
off.
and monster begins. Discover the truth when Kyoto Xanadu launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and
Okay, this
Nintendo
summer?
Switch
Okay, that's cool.
systems this summer. Check out these anime style
And amazing games. Okay. Anime
It's
games.
time to evolve.
Heck yeah, dude! Digimon Story Time Stranger. We knew this was rumored for a long time. Wait a minute.
Powerful blast causes the
There's a
world to
Switch
collapse.
1 version too?
Sends you 8 years into the past.
Okay, so Time Stranger is releasing on Switch 1 and Switch 2.
Through the human world and digital world to save the future. And on Nintendo Switch 2, you can select quality mode, playing in 4K at 30
Quality
frames per
mode.
second, or performance mode. playing
Heck yeah,
in
there's
HD,
a 60
frames
FPS
per
mode.
second.
That's
Digimon
awesome.
Story Time Stranger launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo
Surf Demon
Switch
Time Stranger is so
July
good.
10th. Pre-orders begin later
Pre-orders
today.
begin today, available in July.
An adventure set high in the sky.
Grand Blue Fantasy 2?
Form your party from a roster of over 20 characters.
This is the best part of the
with their
direct
own
so
fighting
far.
style.
So June we're getting
Power of teamwork and summon
Final Fantasy
mighty
VII Rebirth, and a month later we're getting
forces of
Digimon
your
Story
enemies.
Time Stranger.
You can also team up in local or online multiplayer.
Chad Middleton, yes, Switch 1 version.
Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok.
Okay, and we're getting
launches
Grand
on
Blue
Nintendo
Fantasy
Switch
also
2
in July.
July 9th.
Well, don't give us too many RPGs all at the same time, guys.
Flying in.
Okay, Monster Hunter Stories 3. We knew that was a thing.
Can learn special abilities
Looks
through a
really good.
ceremony called the Rite of Channeling. Raise your monsties as you travel the world. The lands lie on the brink of disaster. Monsters are on the verge of extinction. And the riders trying to save the world will have to contend with an even greater threat. Monster Hunter
Tanvir's still
Stories
wanting
3
wanting
Twisted
Delta in
Reflection
Chapter 5.
soars onto Nintendo Switch 2, March 13th.
Okay, Monster Hunter Stories 3 is in
Demo will be
March.
available
Demo's
later
available today.
on
That's
the Nintendo
cool.
Shop. Save data can be transferred to the full game once purchased. New titles are
Oh, hey, Arcade Archives. Let's see what Arcade Archives is coming out with. What big stuff? Oh, more Ridge Racer. Okay. Because we've been playing a good bit of
published by Namco in 1995.
Rave
Feeds
Racer.
into the Arcade Archives 2 lineup.
Because Arcade Archives releases they release new games weekly. So, you know, the ones that would be in the direct would be kind of like the big
Get
ones.
ready for a new line of home console
Oh,
titles.
they're making a new line of arcade archives?
Console
Console
is on the
archives.
way.
Interesting.
Doraemon,
Oh, Doraemon? That's interesting. Okay.
Sonic Wings Special,
Sonic Wing Special. Okay.
and more will be released over
That is
time.
interesting because I've been... Hamster keeps up with me on email for quite a bit, and I did not know about these.
And
Ninja Gaiden 2, that's awesome!
These titles will be available on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
Later today, that's really cool. Gonna have to check my email for... I'm sure that Hamster's gonna send something about that to me because I've been doing pretty well at keeping up with their reviews and everything. Reanimal, okay, interesting. What else we got in our little WWE 2K26? That's cool. Never really been into wrestling, but that's just me. There's Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. We knew this was coming. Disney Dreamlight Valley Switch 2 edition. Okay, that's neat. Though I am kind of sad that they just sort of abandoned their free-to-play model. Where they said that it was going to be free-to-play later on, and then later on they were like, you know what? It's not going to be free-to-play later on. Goat Simulator 3, that's fun.
Wake up, little June.
Shadow Tactics, okay.
Let's make some noise.
Tales of Arise. Now that's interesting. I'm still waiting for my Tales of Legendia remaster, guys.
I need your
Aha! Resident Evil Requiem.
When a string of mysterious deaths occurs across America, FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft is captured by the suspect while investigating the case.
What did it do to me?
Strange Murders Across America. Come on. At this point of Resident Evil, like, Strange Murders should be like, yeah, there's some sort of bioterror involved in that. Because there always is.
A limited supply of healing
Oh,
items
hey, they brought back
and
green
ammunition
herbs.
are at your
That's
disposal.
awesome. And the Red Eagle
Will she
pistol card.
convert
Okay, that's fun.
regrets
That's
head-on,
nostalgic.
Or save her ammo for the next encounter. For Grace, impending doom is always close at hand. Meanwhile, another agent working for an anti-bioterrorism organization
Another
is
agent,
also on
Leon
the case.
Kennedy.
Leon S. Kennedy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Leon S. Kennedy. In his hashtag collaboration Porsche.
Leon can parry an opponent's attack, then strike to break the
Chad Middleton, no Switch 1 version for Arise.
combat.
Maybe it was just, maybe they just decided to just do Switch 2 for it.
And rifles
Whoever was controlling Leon just now has horrible aim.
against them. Leon has a varied arsenal of attacks at his disposal. This game features both third-person and first-person camera perspectives, and you can change your perspective at any time. There are multiple difficulty options available.
I do
including a mode
appreciate
for less experienced
that they
players
let you
that
swap between
features
first and
game
third
sensors.
person, and I really love that they did announce that Requiem was going to have an ink ribbon mode for limited saves.
And Leon, who relies on strength to carve his own path. What will they discover when their fates intertwine? Resident Evil Requiem.
Available
launches on the
February
Nintendo
27th.
Switch 2
Not
system
soon enough.
February 27th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
Serving that was me. I was controlling Leon then. Oh, okay.
Evil Village will also be available the same day.
All right, we already knew that Village and 7 were coming out with it. I really wished Capcom would start staggering these releases.
First. Plus, a Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller.
I really, really do.
Is releasing alongside
And we got the Resident Evil 9 Pro controller and the Grace Ashcroft amiibo. Oh, and they have a Leon amiibo too. That's fun.
You can scan them to receive in-game weapon skins.
That weapon skin looks so goofy.
Resident Evil Requiem, the latest entry in the Resident Evil series, is launching later this month. You can
Hey, you
also
guys
look
want to
forward
announce
a
those rumored
previews video
2, 3, and
featuring
4
a look
remakes
of the Resident Evil Requiem
for Switch 2?
development team. The
You know,
video
just-
will
just-
release
just- just
in the
saying.
near future. Next is our last announcement.
Oh, the final
Hey
announcement
everybody, from all of us
from
here at
Bethesda
Bethesda
Game Studios. Is it just going to be the release date of Fallout 4?
Has meant so much to you from your
Or is it gonna
early
be
gaming
also something
to
else?
now. It was incredible for us to partner on the original Switch, and it was just such a great piece of hardware and also so personal when you play. We're excited to finally bring a number of our franchises for the first time to Nintendo. We hope you all enjoy the journey.
Nope, it's just going to be Fallout 4.
Welcome home. Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is emerging on Nintendo Switch 2. Scavenge, shoot, build, and create alliances as you reshape the wasteland and what remains of civilization.
It still looks
Every
pretty
choice
decent.
matters. Fancy yourself a smooth talker or pining to pump up your power armor? Choose from hundreds of perks that fit your playstyle. Every road leads somewhere new, from the heart of Diamond City to the shadowy corners of forgotten vaults. The Commonwealth is packed with stories waiting to be uncovered. In addition to the base game, experience
Nearest is
6
finally
official
Fallout on the
expansions
Switch.
and
Yeah,
over
Fallout on the
100
Switch that's not
creative
Fallout Shelter.
items to expand your adventure. Grab your Pip-Boy and traverse the wasteland in Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition. Launching
February 24th?
February 24th.
Why would you do this to me?
And later today on Nintendo eShop.
Right after Resident Evil 7, 8, and 9?
The year is 1937. Sinister forces are on the hunt for an ancient power. And
That
only
leak was
one
wrong!
can stop them.
That leak from earlier today said April.
World-rotting cinematic adventure in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and the Last Crusade, Indy will journey around the world to uncover the mystery behind the Great Circle. From the pyramids of Giza to the sunken temples of Sukhothai and beyond. Use your wits to infiltrate historic areas and solve fiendish puzzles. Or use your whip to face off against dangerous foes and explore a world full of daring escapes and unforgettable encounters.
Sir James says, great that a Fallout game's on the Switch stream this the non-RPG game. I'm not surprised it's Fallout 4.
May 12th. Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo.
It's
eShop.
probably the most popular one.
Explore the vast landscape of Cyrodiil in the Elder
Excuse
Scrolls
me?
4
Oblivion Remastered!
Experience this renowned open-world RPG now on a Nintendo system for the first time. Freely customize your character to match your playstyle. Then adventure amongst an unforgettable cast of characters
By the grace of the gods, I serve Tambriel as her ruler.
and fight back the Daedra to close shut the jaws of Oblivion. Master ranged or melee weapons, wield powerful magic, or use stealth skills to best your foes. In this remastered version, character models, weapons, even rocks and sweet rolls have all been meticulously recreated. Combat animations have also been updated to give them a modern.
I love how they went out of their way to let players know that the sweet rolls in particular have been updated.
To take your adventure even further. Step through the gates once more when The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this year.
Alright, so that's available 2026, so no release date yet.
We hope you're excited for these games from Bethesda Softworks. That's all for today's Nintendo.
Okay, is that it? Okay, that's cool.
Thank you for watching.
That was a pretty good direct. They announced some great stuff there. Some stuff we already knew about, like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Resident Evil 9, and Pragmata. But I'm excited about talking to Hamster about this new console archive stuff they're doing. Digimon Story, Time Stranger, Tales of Arise, freaking Fallout 4 in 2.5 weeks. I'm just gonna pause it right there. That was a pretty darn good direct. The Surf Team is the sweet rolls have been updated. That's sold. I apologize that the stream was only 360p for some reason. Thank my laptop for that. But hey, that was pretty good. There was a lot of great announcements there. And you know that Orbitals game was pretty good. There's a lot of real interesting stuff, but like a select few really cool stuff. Just in that whole anime section where it's like, oh yeah, Digimon, Grand Blue Fantasy, Monster Hunter Stories, Tokyo Xanadu sequel. Art, welcome to the stream. It says Requiem looks good. The only Resident Evil I've ever played is the remake of RE2. Yeah, Requiem does look really good, and it runs 60 FPS on the Switch too. That's crazy.
Depths in the best route to make.
Yeah, let me swap my HDMI real quick to see if I can figure out this whole resolution thing. Unplug and plug back in. So nothing on the resolution for the stream. Oh well. Oh well, that was fine. Art says, I'm a sucker for Fallout 4 and having Dogmeat as a companion, so I may have to get that if it runs at 60 on Switch too. We'll see. We will have to see. But that is fantastic. Well, anyways.
Make your escape. Activate traps in each area to lure and ensnare any stalking Xeno.
Just look through some of this again. Art says, have you played that Oblivion Remaster? I love Skyrim, never played any of the other ones. I played Oblivion Remastered for a while on PC. We did a live stream of it. And I played it a bit longer after that, but it didn't play super well on the Steam Deck. So I ended up just playing the original for a long time on the Steam Deck after that. But Oblivion is good. It's not as mechanically up to date as Skyrim is, but it's still pretty good.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
Nero, what are the big games that are still not on Switch yet? That's worth it. Claire Obscura, I've heard a lot of good things about. I mean, there's probably a lot of really good games.
Survival game
Some people were hoping that we were going to get,
is entirely up to you.
a lot of people were hoping we were going to get an announcement for Horizon Zero Dawn. That did not happen today.
Fashion a bow and arrows to hunt wildlife and prepare meals. With an axe, you can chop trees to build a house. Yikes.
We're still not at the point of seeing anything come out of that Call of Duty partnership thing that's supposedly going on.
Install beams. Construct walls.
Not that I'm super upset about that. Call of Duty is like,
Add a fireplace.
I kind of like some of the Call of Duty games, but I'm not like crazy into Call of Duty.
Is this ventilated? Don't forget the chimney too.
Art says, I was surprised by Turok. I may have to get that depending on how the reviews are. I loved Turok back in the day.
And once you've built a ship, set sail on the high seas.
Nero says, Horizon, I think that's a stretch. That's a PlayStation exclusive. Well, it's not as much of a stretch because, one, the Horizon games have also come to PC, and the Nintendo Switch got the Lego Horizon Zero Dawn game. That game released for PS5, Switch, and PC.
Valheim, launching on Nintendo Switch 2 this year.
So that's kind of like the logic behind that.
In these games. Return to the kingdom of Hallownest and fight back the infection in this upgraded modern classic.
Art, I'm still waiting for some Xenoblade Chronicle patches for 1, 2, and 3. I want to replay those, but I'm waiting for a patch someday. Well, that wasn't going to be announced today since this is just a partner direct, so all of this is just third-party stuff.
And deal magic damage using upgradable spells.
But we'll see.
While exploring
They've been slowly
interconnected
rolling out Switch 2 editions and Switch 2 patches for their games, so I'm sure that it will eventually happen.
Hollow Knight, Nintendo Switch
Just
2
not,
edition
you know,
launches
on Nintendo's
Switch
top
2
priority list.
Later today. Nintendo Switch 2 players who have Hollow Knight on Nintendo
Nero, I know what I want on the Switch, the Forza series. Yeah, that would be cool. They did just recently announce Forza Horizon 6 for Xbox and PS5.
Reborn from Pro Evolution Soccer is coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Build out
Because
your
we did
club,
just get a really good
sign
racing
with
game on
your
Switch 2 in
players,
Grid
and
Legends.
compete in tournaments around the
And we're going to
world
get Gear
in
Club
worlds
Unlimited
alone.
3 later this
Join an
month. We'll see
exciting
how
competition where
that
next
is, if it's like the
face off
old
every
Gear
4
Club
years in the
Unlimited games or
International
not.
Cup tournament. Or play with friends locally or online to prove who's at the top of their game. Experience the excitement of soccer and aim to be the best in the world when eFootball Kickoff launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this summer. Travel
But either
through
way,
4 ages in a brand new HD 2D action RPG.
This direct was great.
Explore the age of safekeeping.
They should announce a lot of really great things.
The age of reconstruction, when humans
They kind of threw me off there at the end where Todd Howard came out and said, here's our last announcement. Here's Fallout 4. Oh, they're just going to announce a release date. Okay. And then at the end, by the way, Oblivion Remastered 2.
The scenery and citizens of Elliot's hometown will change. You can also obtain some weapons and magic unique to certain.
See, Surf Demon says, I don't see the Xenoblade getting 60 FPS patches as those games tie a lot of the systems into the frame rate. If you emulate them at higher than 30 FPS, stuff breaks. Interesting. So that could be a physics thing. Because I do know that some games that have physics tied to 30 FPS run into problems when you force it up to 60. So if they did do that for the Xenoblade games, they would probably be switched to editions and not just upgrades, where they would have to rework the engine to work at 60 FPS.
Brand new boss rush mode, as well as game share support.
Art says, I've never played a Digimon game. The story of the one announced today seems cool. Do those play very similar to Pokemon?
Later today.
Sort of, but it's very different. It is a monster catching RPG. It does have turn-based combat like Pokemon does.
7 remake series is coming to Nintendo Switch.
But there's a lot more on
in pursuit of its
like catching and breeding and customizing, because there's a very, very expansive evolution system compared to Pokemon.
Journey across the vast world. Traverse the planet on chocobos.
And I'm real excited about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
in a buggy, or other modes of transportation.
Because what is today? Is today Thursday? Today is Thursday.
In battles, blending action
So since today is Thursday, my review of Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate for Switch 2 is going to come out tomorrow. I have the review made. I just have to make the thumbnail and upload and schedule it and everything.
various activities scattered across the world, allowing you to take a break from the action.
Nero said that pretty close to Pokemon, but you can downvolve and you can inherit moves from previous evolutions.
Impact how the story unfolds. What fate
Yeah, big thing with
awaits
Digimon has always been you can evolve your Digimon, and then if you
Final Fantasy
reverse
VII
the evolution, it will technically, it will slightly increase your base stats. So if you do the evolution, de-evolution over and over and over again, you'll eventually get something way stronger than what you had before.
Vitals stable. Awakening subject. Hugh Williams.
While investigating a lunar research station, an injury befalls spacefarer Hugh Williams. With him is Diana, an android called a Pragmata.
You know, this is really nice. Just watching through the directing and seeing all these games again.
Classified as unauthorized intruders, the two are targeted
All this
by the
extra stuff
station AI, which sends enemy bots after
is
them.
going to be fantastic to play on the Switch 2. I just wish releases weren't so close together. Bethesda!
Bots have near impenetrable armor.
I think I can help.
But with Diana's hacking skills, you can
February
break down their
24th.
defenses.
Yeah, here's Fallout 4 3 days before
By moving
3
the
Resident
cursor
Evil
panel
games.
toward the green goal, you can hack the enemy bots.
There's no time to
Come on.
Once their weak points are exposed, fire away.
I hacked it.
Depending on the nodes you pass through, you can
Surf
modify
Demon
the
says
damage
Time
and
Stranger and
effects
Cyber
of
Sleuth
the
are more
bots.
standard JRPG content than Pokemon. Having a
Each
team of
split-second
3.
decision can change the outcome of battle.
That's true. Technically, Pokemon's done that before, but only in I think Triple Battles only really existed in one generation.
Not one of your bot buddies?
Overdrive protocol. Initiate.
Yeah, baby. We did it. This is how we say good job.
And what will Diana learn on this journey?
Art says this space game with the girl hacker reminded me that I never played Astral Chain. I forgot about that game. Yeah, Astral Chain just sort of disappeared into history. It was a really neat little platinum. Oh no, they took. Oh no, the stream's been processed now. All right. Okay, I guess we're done now. Here's one more.
Galactic action shooter. To stop an
It turned
alien
into a
threat
video
and
instead of a
alternate
stream.
life, you'll journey solo or with a team of warriors online.
All right, we'll keep watching this
Battle
and
all sorts
for
of
a
primal
few more minutes
creatures
before
in
we head out of here.
ferocious combat. Swap between first-person and third-person perspectives as you unleash weapons.
But I'm
melee
still pretty
attacks,
excited.
and special abilities
I
to
just don't love when,
devastate foes.
you know, all these really
Extract
really
DNA
big
from fallen
games
enemies
that I
and
want
the
to play
environment to
are coming out at
upgrade
the
your
same
arsenal,
time.
Evolve your mantle and unlock even more abilities called Echo Sinks to gain a greater edge in combat.
Though I am glad that at least it's Resident Evil games that are coming out around the same time as Fallout 4.
Ultimately hold the key
Because
to
Resident Evil games are not very super lengthy games, thankfully.
Turok Origins launches on Nintendo Switch 2 this fall. Uncover the truth of Xanadu.
Sir Dune is like everybody's trying to get games out before GTA 6
In a
drops.
Japan where Kyoto is the
Yeah.
capital, another world exists that's encroaching on our own.
Because I mean, just like,
A world where
I know when Fallout 4
monsters
comes out,
roam
I'm just
free.
going to get sucked into it. And I don't want to get sucked into that 3 days before I want to get sucked into Resident Evil 9. Because Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises of all time. I've been playing Resident Evil since I was like 13 or 14.
Labyrinth rumored to be the origin of this other world. While traversing the labyrinth, hone your abilities and reshape the terrain to expand the range of
I
your
played
exploration.
the first one on a on my my sister's first husband's
RPG combat.
PS1. Then I got Deadly Silence on the DS, and I played that time and time and time and time again.
Outside the labyrinth, improve
I'm
your
like
stats
super excited about all the Resident Evil
and
stuff.
spend time with your friends.
Let me check my
as you
email, see if I got it, see if they
conquer
any of
Xanadu.
these people have sent me
The
anything.
battle between man and monster.
So I'm surprised that Hamster hasn't sent
Discover the
out
truth when
promotional emails about
Kyoto Xanadu
this console
launches on the
archive
Nintendo
stuff they're
Switch
doing.
2 and Nintendo Switch systems this summer. Check out these anime-style games. It's time to evolve in the latest.
There we go.
Digimon
There's
story game.
Digimon Time Stranger again. I'm surprised that they're releasing that on Switch 1 and Switch 2.
And sends you 8 years into the past with over 450 Digimon to collect. Adventure through the human
I am
world
actually
and
surprised that
digital
they're
world
doing
to
that.
save the future.
Alright, so they said that stuff was going to release later today. Yeah, because the newest thing on the eShop right now is
Play
Dragon
in
Quest
4K
7.
at 30 frames per second, or performance mode, playing in full HD at 60 frames per second.
Which I am not going to be
Digimon
diving
Story
into and
Time
playing.
Stranger launches
'Cause
on
I remember
Nintendo
what
Switch
happened
2
when I
and
got-
Nintendo Switch systems July 10th.
Let's go back on that.
Or in select or playing in full HD.
Alright, so the
60
quality
frames
and
per second.
performance mode are only on the Switch 2 edition. Which means the Switch 1 edition is probably only going to be 30 FPS. For a Digimon Story Time Stranger. Well, that's good, because I remember how up in arms the online community was when they originally thought that the console version of this game was not going to be 60 FPS. They were going crazy about that.
Digimon Story Time Stranger launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo
And they're going to be
Switch
releasing
systems
physically
July
and
10th.
digitally on both
Pre-orders
systems.
begin
That's
later
good.
today on Nintendo eShop. An adventure set high in the sky is soaring in.
Surf Demon says Capcom have been releasing the Mega Man Star Wars anime episodes on the Capcom USA YouTube channel. That's interesting. Just add it in there. Just like how Yu-Gi-Oh's been putting a bunch of their stuff up on their YouTube channel.
Primal beasts to vanquish
Just
your
give
enemies.
just free
You can
anime
also
episodes.
team up in local or online multiplayer.
Why not?
Grand Blue Fantasy.
But all this
Relink
JRPG
Endless
stuff is
Ragnarok
great for us.
Launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 9th. The latest Monster Hunter Stories game is flying in. Your monster allies, called Monsties, can learn special abilities through a ceremony called the Rite of Channeling. Raise your Monsties as you travel
Now let's
the world.
look at Fallout 4 real quick.
The lands lie on
Of our franchises for the first time to
'Cause
Nintendo.
one thing I noticed-
We hope you all enjoy the journey.
One thing I noticed
Dwellers,
right away
welcome home. Fallout 4
when I saw how the
Anniversary
game
Edition
looks.
is emerging on Nintendo Switch 2. Scavenge. Shoot.
Because maybe it's just been a while since I
and
played
create
Fallout 4.
alliances.
But like the visuals look a little bit lower than what we've been able to get on PC. So since the visuals are lower, maybe they learned from Skyrim's launch. So maybe they're going to lower the visuals a little bit for the sake of giving us 60 FPS in this game.
As you reshape the wasteland.
Because, like, this model looks, you know, it looks similar to probably vanilla Fallout 4. So maybe Bethesda decided, hey, let's just give them 60 FPS this time. Derpy, welcome to the stream.
Land and what remains of civilization. Every choice matters.
Art says, I hope so. I'd rather have slightly lower visuals and 60. I would too, because that's what I said when Skyrim came out on Switch 2. Because everybody keeps dogging on Skyrim saying, wow, I can't believe the Switch 2 can't run an 11-year-old game, when it's very obvious that it's basically the PS5 version visually.
In addition to the base game, experience 6 official expansions and over 150 Creation Club items to
Surf Demon says, speaking of anime manga, History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi is getting a sequel this year. The first manga ran from 2002 to 2014. Wow, that's a long time between it.
Pre-orders begin later
I still can't
today
believe
on Nintendo eShop.
Still can't believe Fallout 4 is coming out 3 days before Resident Evil 9. That's a load of garbage. Bethesda. But yeah, with Fallout 4, I would rather have the visuals down in 60 FPS than the visuals way up in 30 FPS. Just to have that, you know, really nice and smooth feeling. Because I noticed it right away as soon as the Fallout 4 bit here started. You can tell that the visuals are down a bit, closer to vanilla Fallout 4 back on the PS4 and Xbox One.
Experience 6 official expansions and over
and you know, if they do that for the sake of 60 FPS, I am perfectly fine with that.
Grab your Pip-Boy and traverse the wasteland in Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, launching on Nintendo Switch 2, February 24th.
And I know they've probably been trying to fix a bunch of stuff, because apparently the Anniversary Edition on other platforms caused a bunch of problems. Like, I never really...
forces are on the hunt for an ancient power, and only one person can stop them. Watch me. Embark on a globe-trotting cinematic adventure in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, set between the events of Raiders
looked
of the
up
Lost
because,
Ark
you
and
know,
the
like...
Last Crusade. Indy will journey around the
half the complaints towards Bethesda are just, oh hey look, one frame drop, this is unplayable garbage. Bethesda is such a greedy company. I'm like, okay.
Infiltrate historic areas and solve fiendish puzzles. Or use your whip to face off against dangerous foes and explore a world full of daring escapes and unforgettable encounters.
Looks like it had a lot of bugs in
Adventure
it.
calls when Indiana Jones and the
A
Great
Bethesda game with a
Circle
lot of bugs,
launches
no
on
kidding.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Who would have thought?
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Explore the vast landscape of Cyrodiil in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Experience this renowned open
Looks
world
like
RPG
crashing
now on
issues,
Nintendo system
glitches.
for the first time. Freely customize your character to match your playstyle. Then adventure amongst an unforgettable cast of characters.
By the grace of the gods, I serve Tambriel.
Let's see. Problems trying to install things from Creation Club.
Of Oblivion. Master ranged or melee weapons.
Looks like a lot of this stuff is on PC.
Or use stealth skills to best your foes. In this remastered version, character models, weapons, even rocks and sweet rolls have all been meticulously recreated. Combat animations have also been updated to give them a modernized
Okay,
touch.
Surf Demon says, I'm digging to see if the Monster Hunter 3 Stories demo is coming to anything else. Oh, you mean other platforms?
To take your adventure even further. Step through the gates once more when The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this year. We hope you're excited for these games from Bethesda Softworks. That's all for today.
Because the only thing online right now is just talking about the
for watching.
Switch 2 demo. I don't see a demo on Steam right now. Maybe we'll have to just check in a couple hours once noon hits. Surf Team says the PS5 version of Fallout 4 has graphical issues. Okay. Because most of the stuff I looked up when I searched online just now were basically just the PC version, saying, hey, I can't launch it, I can't install these mods with it, I can't do this and that. Okay, well, I guess I'll have to see. This is a good direct. It's almost 10 o'clock, so I have about an hour before I have to leave for work, so I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna finish up my Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade review for tomorrow. And we'll probably be back with a stream for something else on Tuesday. I'm just really happy that they put that stream at 9 a.m. today, and I happen to not have to go into work until 12 p.m. today. And Surfteam, it says, like in Fallout 4, the hair beard flickers and the UI vanishes. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen later this month when it comes out for Switch 2. Art, thanks for streaming it. Have a good day. It was a good direct. It was a great direct. So I'm going to head out of here, and I will see you guys on Tuesday for whatever we decide to do then.